Hello and welcome to Raju Notes channel, your pit stop for weekly current affairs updates. The updates tailor-made for students taking all kinds of competitive exams like UPSC, civils, defense and placement interviews. Please subscribe to the channel and stay updated every Sunday. On 20th of May, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi, Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian and group of officials accompanying them died in a helicopter crash in northwestern Iran. This was quoted by Iranian Red Crescent Society. The wreckage of the helicopter was found and there were no sign of life at the crash site. The helicopter had to make a hard landing after it got into difficulties in heavy fog in the north of the country. President Raisi was traveling back to Iran following a visit to Azerbaijan when his helicopter came down. President Raisi was in office since 2021. Immediately, the Iranian cabinet convened for a second emergency meeting in less than 24 hours following the confirmation of his death. Iranian Vice President Mohammad Mokhber chaired a meeting after the helicopter went missing with 9 people on board. According to the protocol, President Raisi's death, Mr. Mokhber should assume the power pending approval from Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. New elections will have to be held within 50 days. Lai Ching-te of Taiwan's ruling Democratic Progressive Party (DPP) was sworn in as the self-governing island's new president this week. According to Taiwan's foreign ministry, more than 500 foreign guests from 51 delegations attended the inaugural ceremony and related activities, including the national leaders of 8 countries that maintain diplomatic relations with the Taiwan. A trained physician, Lai succeeds Tsai Lang-wen to lead the democracy amid increasing threats from China, which claims the self-governing island as its territory. Taiwan has had an independent government since 1949. Vice President Hsiao B. Kim was also officially sworn in. She was Taiwan's de facto ambassador to the US from 2020 to 2023 and formerly served as DPP lawmaker for several terms. The Democratic Republic of Congo Army says it has caused an attempted coup against President Felix Tshisekedi in the capital Kinshasa, involving Congolese and foreign fighters. DR Congo Army spokesperson Brigadier General Sylvain Ekenge said to the state-run border radio television National Congolese TV that several suspects have been detained and the situation is now under control. His statement comes after armed men attacked the house of Vital Kemhera, the former chief of staff and close ally of President Tshisekedi, early morning. India has climbed to 39th position in the World Economic Forum's Travel and Tourism Development Index 2024, while US topped the list. India also ranks the highest in South Asia amongst the lower middle income economies. Earlier, India was ranked 54th in 2021 published index. On an overall index score of 7, where 1 is the worst and 7 is the best, India scored 4.25. India's significant leap in the rankings underscore its growing competitiveness in the global tourism landscape. The biennial index analyzed the travel and tourism sector of 119 countries, evaluating them on a range of factors and policies that foster tourism development. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has called an early national election from July 4th. He made the announcement outside his Downing Street office, saying now is the moment for Britain to choose its future. Voters across the United Kingdom will choose all the 650 members of the House of Commons for a term of up to 5 years. The party that commands a majority in the Commons, either alone or in coalition, will form a government, and its leader will be Prime Minister. The announcement came the same day official figures showed inflation in the UK had fallen sharply to 2.3%, its lowest level in nearly 3 years. Spain has become the 99th member of the International Solar Alliance. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randir Jaiswal said He said that Spain handed over the International Solar Alliance instrument of ratification during the meeting of Ambassador Jose Maria Radio Domínguez of Spain with the head of Depository, Joint Secretary in the East External Affairs Ministry Abhishek Singh in New Delhi last week. The International Solar Alliance ISA is a collaborative platform for increased development of solar energy technologies as a means for bringing energy access, ensuring energy security, and driving energy transition in its member countries. The Indian naval ships Delhi, Shakti, and Kiltan have completed their visit as part of the operational deployment of the Indian Navy's Eastern Fleet to the South China Sea. Ministry of Defense in a statement today said the visit demonstrated the country's strong ties with the Philippines and its commitment to further deepen the bilateral partnership. During this visit, both sides held wide range of discussions on the avenues of collaboration, matters of mutual interest, and current security situation in the region and beyond. The ministry said this visit provided an opportunity for discussions on enhancing naval cooperation and interoperability between the navies of India and Philippines. It added that the visit is a demonstration of India's commitment to the maintenance of peace and stability in the region in consonance with the Act East and Sagar policies. India to get next generation nuclear fuel from Russia. Russian State Nuclear Corporation Rosatom's Director General Alexei Likachev have said that India will get next generation nuclear fuel from the country this summer. The statement comes amid Atomic Energy Commission Chairman Ajit Kumar Mohanty's visit to Russia. Likachev also praised the cooperation between the two nations, calling India a key partner in the nuclear area. Indian Army to learn Vedas war tactics under Project Udbhav. The Indian Army under Project Udbhav will be delving into the epic battles of the Mahabharata and the strategies of past Indian dynasties, shaping the India's rich military heritage. Army Chief General Manoj Pandey revealed on Tuesday. Launched last year, this project focuses on texts that reveal substantial intellectual convergences between eminent Indian and Western scholars. Sunflowers were the first ones to know. A film by Film and Television Institute of India FTII student Chidanand S. Naik and his team has won the Lasinif Award at the 77th Cannes Film Festival. The Information and Broadcasting Minister said, "This is a historic moment for the Indian cinema. Indian films have been receiving accolades at the international stage. The current recognition comes 4 years after another FTII student film, Cat Dog, won an award at the 73rd Cannes. Sunflowers Were the First to Know is a story of an elderly woman who steals a village rooster, which throws the community into disarray. To bring the rooster back, a prophecy is invoked, sending the old lady's family into exile." Maldives is set to introduce India's RuPay service. This move is being seen to bolster Maldivian rupiah. Meanwhile, there has not been any announcement of the timeline for launch. Local news reports quote Maldives Minister of Economic Development and Trade, Mohammad Saeed, who highlighted how both India and China have agreed to conduct bilateral trade using local currencies. This initiative aims to reduce dependency on the US dollar and strengthen regional financial integration. Recently, the Maldives confirmed that India and China would cooperate in facilitating import payments in their respective currencies. This policy shift is projected to cut Malay's annual import bill of 1.5 million US dollars by nearly 50%. And now for the segment where we see the events that unfolded itself this week back in history. 19th May 1884, Ringling Bros Circus formed. The Ringling Brothers opened a small circus in Baraboo, Wisconsin on this day in 1884, and by the end of 20th century had transformed it into Ringling Brothers and Bronham and Barley Circus, the leading American circus. 20 May 1862, US Homestead Act signed. On this day in 1862, US President Abraham Lincoln signed the Homestead Act, which provided 160 acres of public land virtually free of charge to those who had lived on and cultivated the land for at least 5 years. 21 May 1927, first non-stop solo transatlantic flight made by Charles Lindbergh. American aviator Charles Lindbergh completed the first non-stop solo flight across Atlantic Ocean on this day in 1927, traveling from New York Paris in a monoplane Spirit of St. Louis in about 33.5 hours. 22nd May 337, Roman Emperor Constantine I baptized. On this day in 337, Constantine the Great, who had practiced Christianity since his youth and sparked it growing into a world religion, became on his deathbed the first Roman emperor to be baptized in the Christian Church. 23rd May 1951, Tibet annexed by China. China formally annexed Tibet as an autonomous region on this day in 1951, giving rise to Tibetan independence movement led by Dalai Lama, winner of the 1989 Nobel Peace Prize that continued into the early 21st century. 24th May 1883, opening of Brooklyn Bridge. A brilliant feat of the 19th century engineering, the Brooklyn Bridge, spanning the East River from Brooklyn to Manhattan City in New York City, opened this day in 1883, designed by civil engineer John Augustus Roebling. 25th May 1787, U.S. Constitutional Convention opened in Philadelphia. On this day in 1787, the Constitutional Convention opened in Philadelphia, where 55 states delegates, initially charged with amending the Articles of Confederation, later drafted the Constitution of the United States.
Well, that's all, friends, for this week's updates. See you soon next Sunday on the same channel. Till then, take care. Bye bye.